I've been called a lot of things in life: fighter, survivor, cycle breaker. But the truth is, I never asked for any of those titles. They came with the battles I never wanted to fight, the burdens I never should have carried, and the dreams I refused to let die. I grew up in a world that taught me pain before it taught me love. Generational trauma shaped my childhood, and I became a product of brokenness before I even understood what the word meant. Abuse, neglect, addiction. It was a language I didn't choose to learn, but had no choice but to speak. By the time I was an adult, I was fluent in survival, but that's all I was doing and been doing. Surviving. There were times I didn't want to, times I thought maybe the world would be better off without me. I almost gave into that thought more than a couple of times, actually. There was a moment not too long ago in the US when I was ready to end it. I didn't think there was anything left for me, no reason to keep fighting, but something. Call it divine intervention, call it stubbornness, call it hope, kept me here. And I'm still trying to figure out why, but maybe it's because my story isn't over yet. I've spent years trying to find my way out of the dark: therapy, plant medicine, introspection. I've dived head first into all of it. Not because I wanted an easy fix, but because I was desperate to understand why me, why this life, why this mind that feels like both a gift and a curse. I'm obsessed with the why because if I can understand it, maybe I can help someone else find their way out too, maybe. Or I guess just be better okay with it and equipped to deal with it. I'm not just fighting for myself, I'm fighting for my children who deserve a mom they can depend on being there or consistently near. I'm fighting for my sister who's battling her own demons. I'm fighting for every person who's ever felt like the world forgot them. I'm fighting for the version of me who didn't think she was worth saving. I've lived as a nomad for pretty well 3 years now, chasing healing and purpose across countries and continents. I've been drugged, assaulted, rejected, and abandoned. I've also been loved, inspired, and shown kindness in the most unexpected places. I've stood in front of plant medicine shamans in Portugal, in Spain, facing the deepest parts of my trauma. I've written poetry at 2 a.m., trying to make sense of my mind that never stopped racing. And I've stared at the stars, wondering if anyone up there can see me, begging them to guide me to something, anything that makes this life make sense. I don't have much to my name, no savings, no credit, no safety net, but I have something a lot of people never get. That's clarity. I know exactly what I'm here to do. I'm here to bridge the gaps between those who suffer in silence and those who want to help but don't know how to. I'm here to use my story, every raw, messy, painful part of it, to show others that healing is possible, even when it feels impossible. I dream of publishing and releasing all of my books, hosting a successful and helpful podcast, and creating spaces where people can come as they are, without fear of judgment. I want to make a difference in the world that's so quick to turn its back on the broken. I want to pay it forward every ounce of kindness that's ever shown me, and I will, because this isn't just a dream, it's my purpose. But I'm also tired. I'm exhausted from fighting battles I didn't start. I'm drained from climbing mountains with no gear and no guide. All I want right now is a closet with a kitchen and a washroom, a safe space to breathe, to heal, to stop looking over my shoulder. I don't need luxury, I just need peace. And when I have that, I'll spend the rest of my life giving it to others. I'm not perfect. Oh, I've made mistakes. I've hurt people and let my own pain cloud my judgment. But I've also grown, evolved, and found a strength I didn't know I had. I'm not ashamed of where I've been because every step, every stumble has led me to this moment. And in this moment, I'm standing here telling my story, not because I want pity, but because I want connection. I want you to see me not just as a survivor, but as a human being, trying her best with what she's been given. I don't know where this road ends, but I know I'm not walking it alone. Every person who listens to my story, every person who believes in me, every person who's ever said, "Me too." You're part of this journey, and together, maybe we can create a world where no one has to fight these battles alone. This is me. Messy, flawed, resilient, hopeful AF. I'm still here. And as long as I am, I will keep fighting for myself, my boys, my sister, my mom, my everyone who's been there for me and everyone who's not. Because if I learned one thing in this life, it's this. We're all worth saving. Every single one of us.